Welcome to Random Guy Art Night, Part 2 on the 999 ASMR Tarot Visual Textures show. And tonight, we will be painting the things we made last night out of paper mache. And if you are watching this on the playback, feel free to increase the speed or decrease it depending on your relaxation needs. And we have this mask that we just applied a little bit of paper to last night, and we made this together here, you and me, helping along in the chat, zoning out together, chatting and having a great time. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. It is a paper creation, and tonight we will be giving it light with a fresh coat of paint. Should we begin here with the mask? Thank you. Welcome. B. Welcome. I think we'll start here with the mask, and then we'll move on to the beast. Ruff, 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 ruff. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we're going to start doing here. Hopefully I don't need gesso on this. If I do, then we'll get the gesso. I'll put the gesso, and then I'll start doing the other thing. So this is my second live tonight. On the first live, I painted this picture. This is what I did earlier today. And this is a mask, paper mache mask. It was made out of paper clay and paper mache. And we will be making it into something. I'm really not quite sure, though, exactly what it will be. But we will use stream of consciousness to, I do think it needs gesso. So I'm going to put some, let me see. I think I'll put some gesso down. And Kino, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to add some gesso onto this, and then I'm going to put some gesso onto the other, and we will begin painting. We'll add this first. And so gesso will add, it's primer. This is a primer. This is what this is. We're going to add a primer onto it, and then we're going to paint right over it. It'll be mixing it in. It's essentially like chalk and glue. The mask is for a decoration, maybe Halloween, maybe I'm not sure. I was just making it. I'm making it welcome, Karina. Welcome to painting these masks. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're going to just give it a go. I'm hoping that little bit of primer will help bring it to life. And so I think I'm going to start here with some red and put some red in around the eyes. Red eyes. Yes, this is the other side. This is what you would be seeing if you look out into the world like that. Mia, welcome. Welcome, Mia. How are you today? Start with this some red. And this is my last stream of the month. And I'm really hoping... Simba Dino Play, welcome, welcome. It's been a while since I've seen you. And so maybe we'll go in here with some blue. We'll mix it in. The blue. That doesn't look very good, but you know what? It's okay. This is just the first coat of color. And the first coat. And then we'll just keep adding layers until we get something that looks good. So we can turn something that looks scary into something that doesn't look so scary. Okay, red, yellow, and green. So this was blue, and this is red. And so we're starting here with red there, and then we're going to be adding some blue. And we'll go up a layer and go up to some yellow, maybe. I was thinking I wanted to make it kind of like a Axel Barron, welcome. Welcome. Nicole, welcome. I'm hoping, though, that I can get up to 800 subs tonight. I'm just about 15 away from that point, because this is the last stream of August, and then I'm coming right up on my 24-month anniversary of this channel. Maybe this should make it, maybe the color this thing should be is to be more like jade. Jade is kind of like a greenish color. Do you think that would be cool? Jade. You know what? I actually have the perfect thing that we're going to do, but we're going to put down this colors first, and then I'm going to add a totally different color thing going on here. And we're going to go with this color, and then I'm going to go up with a interference green. An interference green. I keep on hitting the microphone with my my brush here. So I should have made those things just pure white. But you know what? We're doing this. You know what? Here is what, this is regular blue here. This is what I'm kind of thinking here. I'm thinking about adding these colors on top of it. This is green. This is interference green, and it is a powdered pigment. This here is blue, kind of the same thing. Just have to be careful not to breathe it in. True blue powdered pigment. I don't have a mask. Oh, I do have a mask here. I'll have to use a mask when I'm doing that. And so that would be like primary blue, and then adding that other true blue on top of it. But we want to add some layers of this paint in here first. Layer the paint in. I don't think I'm going to paint the back side yet. Maybe when I do paint the back side, So you know a good design. So what is your idea, Kino? And let me see. We'll see what we can do. So your design. Oh, so you have the doing the layers of the blue on it, and that's your. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah. So I'm open for your suggestions here. I'm open for your suggestions. This microphone is getting in my way. I'm going to put it over here. Use some of that fluorescent blue in here. I'm going to use this red up over here and put that in here. This is okay. The whole thing in green, and add some flowers to it. So maybe what you're suggesting, Kino, is that we do 2 painting sessions on this thing. We do a base coat, and then we bring up another color, and then we add in. So we make it less Catman and Batman like. Dark green lines for vines and add some flowers to give it so a more natural. Okay, all right. You know what? I think I will try to do something like that. Maybe those lines will be coming down off these fangs, and they'll be coming right up into the eye holes. And so what happens if I lighten this stuff up a bit? No, no, I like the idea. And actually it's a good idea. And then it has a sense of, so I'll just come here and I'll take this titanium white and put it down here to be a second coat of something, and then we'll come up and add another color on top of it. How about that? Because we do need to add more layers of paint anyway, so, and it's fine, you know. And then, because since you are making the suggestion, it is a collaborative effort. And I like that, actually. Sometimes it's nice when other people do the thinking. So I'm going to come around here. I'm going to add in that. I think I'm going to leave some of that color on there as it is. I'm just kind of roll it over here like this on the side, blend it up a little bit, get it in there, work it into the nose, work it in there, just swirl it around. It's giving that more of that visual textures of a classic old school ASMR video, So if you're watching this on the playback, it makes really good sleep aids. I'm signaling that to the algorithm, There we go. I'm going to put some of that blue back into it. Put the blue back into it. Why is this doing this? I don't need to get that all painted there. Just using up the paint and swirling it in and mixing it in, a good old paint. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. No, I think I've talked about this before, Kino, about how our ability and our imagination are always at two different levels. Nicole, thank you. That our and this happens with everybody because everybody believes they are better at something than they actually truly are. But it's only through hours and hours and hours of practice can you come to a place where you can close that gap. You can close that gap between ability and expectation, and sometimes I just expect that everything I do is terrible, and then when I'm all done and over with it, done with the piece, that I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, it wasn't as terrible as I thought it was, and so I kind of like that color that as it is up there. And what I'm gonna do is I need to prop this up a bit on something. Maybe I can use this. I made this bowl on the show here, and we're gonna prop this up, and I'm gonna go put my mask on and hope I don't get any paint on, and hope I don't breathe any of this stuff in. I'm gonna mix in this pigment with some gel medium. Use some of this gel medium here. We're just going to make it, I think we'll just make it over here in this spot right here. And I'll take this. There's a couple times I've accidentally breathed this stuff in and I've gotten really sick from doing it. You know, it's like it really inflames the asthma. So I'm going to put a bunch of this in, and I'm going to add in to that color a little bit of this spring green too. So hopefully it blends in together just a little bit to form kind of more like a jade-like color. I'm going to do it like that amount. Be very careful here that I don't breathe it in. I got it on my hands here a little bit. And okay, so I'm going to mix this here. It doesn't mix very well. But we're going to apply it onto the surface here. So can you see that? Can you see how it is kind of shiny there? It makes a really shiny color. I wish I had could play music. Maybe someday when I can replace my computer, then I can do these lives on a computer instead, and then I can patch maybe like some music in that I don't have to pay the copyrights and all that stuff on it. So see how that color looks there? Yeah. So that makes a nice sort of a metallic-like color. Like maybe this was formed out of a piece of stone or something like that, instead of formed out of paper. Yeah, I love that color there. It's just so liquidy. Lucky for me, with the exception of a few colors that I keep on going through, I probably have like a 10-year supply of art supplies on hand that I sort of bought several years ago. Like these different things to do different things. But I'm always constantly buying titanium white and the fluorescent colors. You know, those are the ones I go through. In the primaries, I go through the primaries a lot. And see how that stuff is mixing up to be this really this nice, like nice metallic like color. Gonna bring this in. Need to add some more green to it. No, I'm a little older than that. I'm a little older than 30. That I'm Generation X. So I'm the generation that was born right after the boomers. Yes, Kino. I took this photo really close to my 50th birthday, and I spent my 50th birthday on Waikiki in Hawaii. I need a little bit more of that interference in this green in there, so I've been practicing art, painting, since 2016. That's when I started painting, but I started writing poetry in 1988. And I started photography. Yeah, and I started doing photography when I was like 11 or 12 years old. When I was like 11 or 12, I went to an astronomy camp. And I had used a Pentax K camera strapped to the backside of a telescope, where I was taking photographs of the stars and so forth. And so that's where I got my start doing art. But I was actually always a creative writer. My mother tells me that even I've been doing like creative writing forever. And doing other creative things, music. I was when I picked up a guitar in my teenage years. I was writing music and doing stuff like that. So it's been a lifelong thing. So essentially, what the way it is, Kino, is that you start doing one. If you master like one art form, it's easy to pick up other ones. And so, but it took me for years and years and years of writing poetry and writing to become mediocre. Literally like 30 years of just writing every day to, and I'm still not a great writer. I don't think I'm that great at it, because there's other people who are more talented, people who went and studied in college. They're way more educated, and so forth, and but it's just a matter of perseverance, being going for it's the in if I relate it to tarot, because this is a kind of a tarot channel, it's being the chariot. And the chariot is itself is a block of granite. It's a chariot. Hello, Thomas. Welcome, Thomas. Welcome again. How did your macaroni art work? You were doing macaroni art last night. Yeah, it's welcome. It's good to see you. I was kind of like over here on my it was over here for a little bit on my soapbox here. I was out here on my soapbox just a little bit. But anyways, yeah, I'd like to go back to Hawaii too. Yeah. But that's not quite in my future for a long time. I want to go to a luau when I'm not like extremely hungover, so I can actually enjoy the food, which is what happened when I went for my 50th birthday to Hawaii. Just bring that down a bit. It's color. It's kind of a nice color. Maybe we'll add some more blue back into it. Oh, we got some more back in here. Kind of get it that more like that jade-like look. I kind of like that. It's kind of like it's carved out of a dyed with alcohol and food coloring. Yeah, I haven't really drank since my last birthday, and I had like but since I had like COVID, I didn't ever feel like I was even well enough to drink alcohol, because every time I had any alcohol, I just got sick, or I got like a migraine or something like that, and it was just terrible. And so and after I finished that bottle of whiskey that I had, I decided that yeah. Then I went on the metformin. The metformin to control my blood sugar. So, all right, it's fine. I can give up alcohol. And if you can only have like one drink safely with metformin, there's like why even bother drinking it at all? So I'm thinking, let's see, what are we gonna do here? I think I'm gonna put this aside, and we're gonna go to my paper creature here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. maybe, you know, I can just tell you that I never really know exactly what I'm going to do sometimes when I come on here. Oftentimes, it's just like beating your head against the wall and trying to figure out, you know, and if you just beat your head against the wall hard enough, you might break through, and then you can come up with something brilliant. That's kind of the way I kind of feel about this kind of stuff often, especially when not just because of doing it live in a live stream, but because that's kind of how it feels sometimes. But I kind of feel like I think I'm just gonna do a base coat of paint, and then I might add some tissue paper to give it, or some other thing. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to do that. So I wonder if I can do this without adding gesso onto it. But let's see. Jotham, welcome. Welcome, Jotham. Welcome back. So do you remember this from last night, Jotham? It's my platypus dog. Okay. Let's just see what happens. Let's take some of this yellow. I was almost like thinking it should be like a tiger. Yeah. The other one, yeah. I want to see how this color goes on here. I think I'm gonna do like a base coat of like yellow on this thing, and then we're gonna add some other textures and so forth. Follow the lines of the paper that are there. Yeah, I got this over here, this shiny yellow. We can put that in there too. You know, I think it's just best to, just speaking from a me point of view, that if you folks just talk to me, and I will zone out and go into a zone out state, and I will just apply color until something happens. I think that might be the best thing to do. And maybe like stripe like a yellow and black like a bee or something. With the way this paper is on here, it's not going to be, at these first few coats, it's not going to be easy to do this. So that's what we're going to start out with, using up the paint. But you know what? I'm going to show you what I did. I did a pop-up stream earlier today, and I painted this. What do you think of this? Hi, Farley. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's great to see you. So do you start back to school soon, Caitlin? Caitlin, yeah. So I think with this one, it's going to be a base coat of yellow, and then I'm going to make some black stripes according to just how the paper is glued on here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, Caitlin, what? Anything new happen? Everybody's so quiet. Not really. So, did you see anything interesting in the vertical lives today as you were cruising around? I mean, last week I was cruising through the vertical lives and I ran across some live music. I think it was coming out of like Mexico or something like that. It was some really funky pop music. It was really enjoyable. You know, I don't really listen to much music anymore as I get since I started doing this channel. And it's kind of I feel like this is the wrong brush for the job. The windows are open. It's getting cold. I wonder if Alaska's going to come back. Mr. Alaska. Okay, this mask here. This is one of them, and I haven't decided if how I'm gonna paint this one. And so I'm gonna probably save that one until next week sometime. And then this one I started painting here. So Simba Dino Play. Okay, so what I'm gonna and so with this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint the whole thing yellow, and then on these I'm gonna make black stripes on it according to how the paper has been laid out. That's what I'm gonna do with this one. And I need some more yellow. Oh, here we go. Surfer Girl, I'm maybe I'm not a furry. I think that's a generational thing, and I'm not really. I think maybe if I was 10 to 20 years or younger, I probably would have been a goth. And if I was 30 years younger, I probably would have maybe be into costumes, more like anime costumes or that other stuff. So I really don't at this stage now the closest I could say that I ever came, I do have clothes for costumes. And Eclipse, welcome. So like when I did my first two channels, I did poetry and I put up sets in my barn, and I bought a preacher shirt, and I did a whole series of poetry shows called Chapel of Poetry. They were I never really got any viewers, but for me it was just a lot of fun, and I wore a a preacher shirt, which I still have that preacher shirt, and I was thinking, without seeming like I'm going to be too pretentious, to use that preacher shirt while doing tarot roleplay tarot videos. But I kind of feel a little bit sacrilegious using that preacher shirt, if that makes any sense. Theron. What is a Theron? Is that... So yeah. Now when I yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of a... For myself personally, wearing costumes, I don't know. You know what? I At this point in my life, I don't wear costumes unless I'm doing theater. And oh, I see. Yeah, no, I don't identify as an animal. Huh. No, so I do identify as an artist. That's Little Fox, welcome. I can say that with 100% certainty, that I identify myself as an artist, and as a poet writer, and as a spiritual person. You identify as all... Okay, so all right, that's cool. As all the animals. But I love animals. I love all the little animals, and there's outside of my door right now, there is a little tiny Princess Peewee dog that's guarding out in the hallway. Little 10-pound little long-haired Chihuahua dog. You want some green in there? So, Little Fox, I really like your icons that you have in your channel name. I think your little icons in your channel name are really, really cool. And Ethan, with this one, I'm going to paint it. I have green in the other one. This is the one has green in it. And this one, I'm gonna kind of paint it like a bee, I'm thinking like a bumblebee, or just like a yellow with black stripes. Kind of reminded me of a... You're welcome. Your icons in your channel are really striking, and I really, really like them. Yes, I'm not a very tidy person. Anyone or someone can tell I'm seen because my profile picture? What's on your profile picture? To me, your profile picture is just a little tiny dot eclipse. What's on your profile picture? Can you describe it, please? I wonder how much... Hopefully I'm not... I'm at like 1/3% power on my phone, so I hope I don't... green with a hint of teal, trust me. Okay? Green with a hint of teal. So you think this should be green with a hint of teal? Well, what about this one? That's what this is, ain't it? It is shiny, and I'm not quite done with it, so I'm just going to start here with a base coat of yellow. Green hair, purple bow, grr pins and shirt, and a rainbow hair clips. Okay. I need some more yellow. Where did the yellow go to? I think I'm just going to put it directly on this thing here. I need to go shut my window. So we're just going to start with a base coat of yellow here because this is, Ethan, I am painting right on top of paper mache paste, and paper mache paste doesn't take paint very well. And I should have, a few hours ago, I should have put primer down on this thing first. Thank you, Caitlin. You're very kind. And so what I'm going to do here is, because I didn't prime, this is the little, this is a creature that I made last night. You want to see more of my art? Okay. Well, earlier today, I painted this. And I painted this on a reference photo on something that I found on Reddit. And this was the reference photo. I didn't print out any of the colors, but the colors here, this was a white with a slight bit of yellow in it. This was a pale red color, and all these were like purplish gray clouds, These were black, and this here, the sand, was sort of a grayish black color. And then I took a look at that, and I painted this, and I did it in less than 2 hours. And I was hoping I could do it in 1 hour, but that just didn't happen. Okay, welcome back. It is Cannon Beach, Oregon, Ethan. That's where it is, Cannon Beach, Oregon. So oh, that's right, Ethan. You're from Washington, and you came down this way like 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Your name is Little Fox. Little Fox. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Caitlin. You're very kind. Let's see, what is it that Ethan said? Oh, what happened? I don't want to do that. I want to see green with a hint of teal. I think maybe what I'll do is make his head green with a hint of teal. So you've been to Cannon Beach? You lost my turn up and down volume, and I'm trying to find a toothpick so I can turn the volume down so my dad doesn't wake. Okay, I get you. Yeah. Yeah, when I was like, I used to just climb out the window and go someplace else when I was a kid. And I was always getting in trouble for staying up too late. And as a consequence, I ended up, yes, sir, I am sober. A Theron mask. I will endeavor to make a Theron mask sometime. How about if I will make a, but I don't have, I don't have any fur or anything like that, but I can use tissue paper like it was fur. So at I can't pronounce your name with the Z Lottery. No, I am actually, I don't use substances at all. Um, of course, I was talking a little bit about all right, Clips. We'll see you later. We'll see you the next time. Yeah, I know, but the bigger brush does apply more paint, but I'm applying this paint directly on paper mache paste, and I didn't put it. And if I had if I had put a primer down first, then it would have if I would have put a primer down first, it would have taken the paint better. But flour doesn't take paint very well. So yeah, you want to go, you want to be on my side. Okay, yeah, bigger brush, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, I am a piece of ginger. Well, it was a paper bag and a paper towel roll, and then I had other things on it. I used a cooked paper mache paste. I'm going to take the paint off this brush before I ruin it again. So, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry that your cat died. I lost a cat a couple years ago, and lost dogs and doggies, big dogs and little dogs. Yeah, and it's so hard to lose those furry creatures. Oh, you're gonna go to bed? All right. Well, good night, little fox. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, it is just, it's very hard. Oh, he died today. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Green with a little hint of teal. What color is teal? Is teal blue? What color is teal? It's night for you. Yeah, it's night for me too. It is after midnight. It is like I was gonna try to come on at 11:11, but I didn't have enough power in my phone, and I had just gotten done with the stream, and I came on at 11:30 instead. And good night, little fox. Come back again another day. I'll be doing Friday and Saturday night streams at 11-ish Pacific time. I'll do a Sunday afternoon stream like 1-ish, but not this one because it's a holiday. I'm not going to do a stream tomorrow. And then maybe I'll do a stream on Tuesday night. So it's green with a little bit of blue. Thank you. I'm just like yeah. I should know my colors, but I don't. I thought that's what it was. Green with a little bit of blue. Okay, bigger brush. We'll make it a teal. Bye. Good night, Caitlin Farley. And I'm so sorry that you lost your cat. Okay, every Friday and Saturday night. Okay, I'll be doing something. I know that one of these Friday and Saturday nights I'm gonna bust out my Legos, which I haven't really played with them. Haven't done anything with them for forever, and I might do that. But then someone wants me to do a Theron mask, and so I will construct a Theron mask. But I'll do it out of paper mache and make the whole thing out of paper. I need to get some yellow tissue paper. Okay, you're back. Welcome back. Did you see anything interesting out there in where you were at? Thank you, Caitlin. One of my favorite Saturday Night Live characters was a guy named Chris Farley. He did this. I think guy was funny. He's been gone too for a long time. You're very kind, Caitlin. It's just a matter of time. Talent comes from lots and lots of practice. That's how you get. Oh, you have school on Friday in the 3rd grade? Oh, little fox. Well, I was in 3rd grade a long, long time ago. Dreamland Mashups, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm trying to get this on screen well enough so that you guys can see. I can see that I'm off screen. Cricket or dolphin? There might be some crickets in the background. There are. I actually can't hear it because my So Caitlin, you're in the 4th grade. Okay. Yeah, I learned how to read when I was in the 4th grade. They passed me up to 4th grade and I still didn't know how to read. Then once I did start reading it, I took off. But so this base coat is going on a little slower than I was expecting, but that's all right. We're just here to so it happened to you before that you heard crickets and stuff and dolphins? All the recesses. I hope that okay, I still got 1/3 of the battery power. So my phone wasn't able to get fully charged up before I started this stream. And so I'm worried about the thing going off right in the middle of the thing. So we're gonna finish just getting this base coat of yellow down, and then I'm gonna move to the mask. You know what? I'm constantly saying things wrong, Eclipse. Even so much so that I've almost gotten fired from jobs for saying things wrong. I don't know how many times I got hauled on the carpet for doing socially wrong things that seem perfectly fine to my neurodivergent brain. It seemed perfectly normal. It looks like a unicorn. Let's put that thing over here. I'm not going to paint the head yellow, but Ethan wants it to be teal with the maybe painting the body with teal stripes would be better. You know what? And then you know what? If I do those teal stripes on the body, then it will be like a creature out of the book Magician Master by Raymond E. Feast. If you read fantasy and let's say you've read Lord of the Rings, but you want to go up and you want to read some better fantasy that's similar to Lord of the Rings, you go and read the Rift War Saga by Raymond E. Feast, and it's still in print. But the first two books are the only ones that are any good. So you just read Magician's Apprentice and you read The Magician Master. And in The Magician Master, in that other world that they go to, there are all these brightly colored creatures that are in it. Good night, Eclipse. We'll see you the next time. Oh, it's got 21 likes. That's wonderful. It'd be nice if I could get one of those if I get one of the videos with 100,000 views on it. I wonder if that'll actually ever happen. I did get that one with 10,000 views once. But you know, this is at the eve of a holiday, so it's probably likely that there's not as many people watching YouTube on tonight. Well, hello, YouTube Goonabees. I forgot what your name was. You mentioned that was it Adam or was that someone else? That was a guy from Russia whose name was Adam. Goon, that's it. Goon. From like Goon from it was from Titan AE. From Goonies. I was thinking from Titan AE because there was a character in the film Titan AE named Goon. But then my first thought, of course, was Goonies. Goon from Goonies. Yeah. But yeah, that was what I was thinking with Titan AE, which was a really good animated film, I might add. That's you think Goonies is like Goon? Yeah. Well, there is that. I haven't seen Goonies in forever though. Ever and ever and ever. I haven't seen it. I made this last night, Goon. This is a paper mache thing, and I'm putting the base coat down of yellow because I wanted it to be. I was thinking that it would be like yellow and black stripes, but then Ethan, who popped on like a half hour ago, thought it should have teal stripes, and so what I'm going to do is finish getting the base coat of yellow down, and then I'm going to move on to the paper mask, and then I'm going to go on to the next coat of paint on this. And so this just needs a little bit more over here. and go over here, and then just a little bit more of that, and I'll figure out what I'm gonna do later. I gotta go get up and shut a window here, but because, as I mentioned a few times already during this stream, that when you paint on paper mache paste, you really should prime it first. Use a primer on it first. But I didn't put a primer on it, so the paint doesn't quite go on right when you don't prime it. And so I think for just right now, I'm going to put primer on the head. No, actually, I don't play video games. Well, I mean, I play some like little games on my phone, like some simple things like matching colors and things. I play games on my phone, and then when I get bored with them, I go play something else. Puzzles and little things like that, putting shapes together. It's really, I have a hard time like watching TV or doing anything without doing something with my hands, and so I have like videos, games that I play on my phone so that I can watch a movie or watch something on the TV, and my hands need to be doing something while I'm doing that. And so it's just kind of a mindless activity. And I'm going to add this nice, this is what primer is. So you snuck your phones and you're having you have a hard time sitting down and watching a movie. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so this is primer. This is primer, and I'm going to put this primer on this little guy's head, and so that when we come back to it, we'll just add it. It makes the paint actually go on easier. And I should have done this first, but I didn't for some reason because, oh, I know, because I was just doing a lot of things. I stayed up too late last night. Yeah. I stayed up till almost dawn, so I can't do that because I get sick when I do that. And I run the risk of getting migraines and or other bad things start to happen to my body when I stay up till the sun comes up. Okay, Caitlin, you're going to be right back. All right. I will be here. I'll be here, and I'm just checking to see how much phone I have. I'm at like a quarter amount of power on my phone, and so I'm gonna guessing that I'm gonna be on for like another half hour. Then I'm gonna have to really think about shutting the stream down, and so that's kind of. I might see if I can plug it in, but I might need my hair dryer, and so let's just put that on there. Okay. Another coat of this primer. Kind of mix it in a bit. It's gonna. Oh, I just keep on hitting that wire. Oh, on the back side of those ears, I got to get that green with a bit of teal. And And that was Ethan from Washington, who almost correctly guessed where that painting was done at. All right, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to bring back this thing here. Okay, so you're back already. All right. All right. Now, let's see. We got that red. I need to use that red up. All right, so what are we going to do with that red? I think I still want to put that red in those eyeball sockets. But maybe that red needs some this is what this is. What does your channel name say? I'm having a hard time reading that. Let me get a magnifying glass out and look at that. It's like what Renault on. You know, I can't make out what your channel name is. I'm looking at it and I really can't make out what it is. You got some really cool symbols on there. And with a star, cool symbol and a star. And it looks like RANNUL. Peanuts on pause. Oh, that's what it says. Peanuts on pause. Okay. All right, thank you, Peanuts on pause. So Peanuts on pause. You get a drink of water. This is a paper clay, paper mache mask. That's what this is. And so you see it's paper. It's all made out of paper. It's made out of paper. It's in the type of paper I used. It was an egg carton. I took an egg carton and I ground it up in a food processor, and then I mixed it with paper mache clay, paper mache goo, and then I formed it into this, and then I dried it over a course of a couple days out in the sun, and then I finished it off by baking it in the oven for like 2 hours. It took a couple days to dry out, and so I'm gonna work on making more paper clay. Do I have any of that teal color? I wonder if I have any teal that's already made up. Let's take this phthalo blue. Actually, that's way more than what I wanted to use, but that's okay. We're gonna take some of this and we're gonna mix it down with this red. A little bit into that red, and then let's see what color this is. It's kind of a dark color there. Have some bleed over, maybe. Let's see. Okay. We'll see what happens if we put it in over here, down on the, just in hints of it over there. on the edges. Maybe down here on the edge too, the edge of the nose. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll make those fangs that color. We'll do that. Let's go use that up. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows. I wish I could remember what that song, how that song went. They had it in that movie, Pump Up the Volume, from like when I was a kid. I just want to use up this red. I think that this painting session on both of these creatures, these things, is going to wrap up into a whole nother day. I can tell that because the battery power on this phone's going to go long before I get this thing done. But that's okay, isn't it? Because it's still cool and good entertainment. And so if you're new here, Peanuts on Pause, consider supporting the channel. I am trying to make it to 800 subs by today. Well, I guess we're already past the end of August. We're in the 1st of September now. So I don't think I really made that goal, but you know, I did a lot, so I got to be proud. I'm going to be proud of what I did do. So let's just put this into this cavity here. 23 likes. That's amazing. I'm just going to put this in here. It's quiet now. Quiet. Just kind of put that in there and make some cool, just some base coat colors in here. Everybody knows what the color of the day is. Everybody knows that we're out to play it. Everybody knows what's on the paper. Everybody knows what tomorrow will bring, sir. I don't know anything today. Let's put this color down in here. It doesn't really matter what color it is. We'll just start with this one. We'll move on to another one. Is there any of this color left over here? That's a really cool color. That's that color that Ethan was talking about. This mask depends. I don't know what it's for. If it turns out to be cool enough, then I'm going to make it for sale. It may be welcome, staying off the grid. Welcome to Random Guy Paint Night. So I'm not quite sure what it's for. Things just don't necessarily have to have a purpose for why you do them, other than that it's kind of cool. Every night there's one of you. There's someone like one of you every night. I'm just going to use some of this water and stretch this paint out. If you're just joining us and you like arts and crafts, live streamed on YouTube, feel free to become a supporter here. But sometimes you need to watch your language here, because there's a lot of kids that tune in to this show, and you may be a kid yourself, maybe a late kid, but so just be careful with your language and the concepts of whatever you use. Though I'm not doing a kids show, but there is a lot of kids that tune in, so just beware. I'm going to just put this color in here. This nice color on the back side. Pushing it into the paper. It's not even on. Well, welcome back, Kino. We're just doing another coat on the bat mask, and I think that you were suggesting that it needed to do. Yeah, I remember your suggestion, and I'm just putting some color on the back side and using up the color I have on here. And I gotta see how much power I have left on my telephone. Probably down to like 20%. It's difficult to say. I kind of like this. I really like this color and how it is, especially the stuff that I mixed up out of those powdered pigments, and it just has a really nice shine to it. Yeah, there's somebody like that. Somebody like that comes on every time, Kino. Probably somebody who's like under the age of 16. I'm guessing, if I would have put an age on it, because that sounds like it sounds like behavior of that sounds like the kind of behavior I engaged in when I was like 14 or 15 years old. That's what it seems like. So you got to go, all right, Peanuts. Peanuts on pause. Thank you for just coming in for a little bit. And so I'm going to be working on both of these things I've been working on tonight, probably next week, or I'll be working on something new. I probably will. Because I think that these ones are just going to take a little while longer to do. Bring them back next week, next Saturday probably. I don't know. We'll see. This is definitely not going to get finished tonight. I can tell, because I just don't have enough power in my battery on my phone to. And when I start plugging the charger in while it's on, I'm not so sure that the sound might cut out. I really don't know. I haven't really done that yet. So we're going to. And anyway, I've already been on for about 2 hours, almost 2 hours already earlier. So I'm in close to 4 hours on doing live streaming today, and so doing my marathon live streaming session here. But this color here is really turning into something cool. I can just say that. Huh. You know what? We're going to go back to this doohickey. Oh, you're back already. Oh, good. Welcome back. Ethan, is it green with a bit of teal? So let's just see. This is what kind of that color that he was talking about. So what happens if we... Oh, that actually doesn't look so bad. So some stripes in here. Okay, I'm going to mix up some more color like that. And then, so if Tropical Empress Tarot happens to look at this stream, of course I haven't quite done a stream like hers. She was on like for 7 hours last weekend. 7-hour long stream. I wonder if I could do that. Not without getting up. Not without getting up. I need to wash this brush. So, I gotta put that mask back on. Well, I'll go mix up some paint. All right. Here comes my little spoon here. We're gonna make up some paint that is similar to that color there, using a little bit of this green and a little bit of this blue, maybe more of this blue here. And then we're going to mix that stuff down with some of this gel medium here. I think I'm going to put the gel medium here in this pile of stuff, and I'm going to use that. That's kind of like a paint thinner. I'm going to mix this stuff in here. Where did that little bug come from? This is like bug season right now. And so you take a look at that color. I'm going to paint this color down on here. And look how nice and liquidy and this color is. It's a great color. So we're gonna kind of put some of this on here. It's thin, so I have to put it in a lot of different layers. Okay, good night, Caitlin. Thank you. Thank you for being here again. I really appreciate your support. And I'm very sorry about your cat, or did I mix you up with someone else? Bye-bye. Good night. I'm going to come bring a stripe over like that. Maybe a stripe over here like this. Spills over. Okay. It's very liquidy here. Mm-hmm. 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 It's not even on camera. 6 people. Put this over here. Oh no! I didn't want that to happen. Let's put this on here. It's a really nice color. Well, this video has put Caitlin to sleep, which means that if it has put somebody to sleep, it means that it's a sleep-inducing video. It means that it can be used as a relaxation video for people. Put this on here. It's kind of gritty. It's not really going on very well. It needs to add into something here. The lines aren't very strong. Now this makes me think I should just paint the whole thing this color and then run up some other color afterwards. Yeah, you know what? Why not? You know, we can always just keep adding layers onto it until something comes out. I like that color. Here we go. I hope that everybody has a happy holiday tomorrow and the next day for Labor Day. Let's see here. How much power do I have left? It's getting low. It's 111 right now. So, okay, this needs to be mixed down with something. Can't. Okay, you're well in England. Okay. England. What time is it in England? England, Peanuts on pause. So 9:12 a.m. Oh. Yeah, that's about the time I got to get up tomorrow. I've never been to England before. I've been to Denmark for like 20 hours once on my way to Israel. I went to Israel and I spent a month in Israel in 1995. I wonder if I can pick up some of this color here and add it in there. Yeah, I can do that. Take some of that color. Yeah, and then I went to Hawaii in 2018, but Hawaii is in America. Other than that, I haven't really been anywhere. Just kind of stayed put. There we go. Let's give it some different colors here. Maybe more of this blue over here to add to it. Kind of make some nice color. That other color is really looking good too. So it's like, I feel like I need to let this stuff dry first. I wonder if I pull out my hair dryer. So I'm going to pull my hair dryer out and I'm going to try and give this a little bit of a dry here. Rapidly dry this stuff so I can add more layers of paint because it's really liquidy. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Sorry about the noise, but we're just doing it. Did all that paint particles just blow away? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, I don't know. We're just gonna do over here, just because it's kind of really translucent. I want to bring up the layers. Need to dry, let this stuff dry, and I'm glad I was wearing that dust mask because that's the last thing I want to do is breathe these particles again. I'll be coughing and hacking when I wake up in the morning, probably anyway, but I'm going to bring in some more of that in here. I'm getting kind of hungry. So what am I going to do for my Tuesday night stream? Make some more, because I'm going to apply to go to a art fair. But I still got I got paintings to make. Paintings to make though. maybe we'll bridge the gap and have a blue back like this. Yeah. Add that in. Yellow and teal. We're definitely going to come. I'm going to maybe, because my young fans can't stay up so late, fans of this channel, maybe I should run my Saturday stream on a little earlier. Maybe like maybe we should do that like 10:10. Start at 10:10. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. At this point in time, the lines are not smooth. The lines are jagged lines, and with this kind of pigments, the paint needs to go on in layers, and many layers. And what I'm doing is just, it's because the paint is very, so I just mix the pigments together here. And these shiny pigments here. And so this is just a rough draft. This is what you're looking at, is a rough draft. And from here, we will do another draft of paint. And another draft of paint. Let's see if I got enough here to do this. Okay. See all the paint on my hands here. So it is, anyway, we'll just do that on the top side. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on this some more later and maybe finish it next week. For the 6 people who are here, thank you for watching. And there's all the YouTube things to do. This is the name of tonight's episode here. And I'm gonna dry off my hands and do the final segment here and pull a card from my tiny tarot deck. Tiny tarot deck. I need to wash this paint off my hands here. So what we did today is some base coats on this thing here. Did the back side here like that. This, and then this is sort of a mask here, so you can look through the eyes, and you can see the world looks differently through these eyes. There. And we worked on this critter here. And now I need to take the paint off my hands. If I can. Well, maybe that's the best it's going to do. Let's just see what the tarot has to say for you. If you want it to say anything at all, maybe it's saying it for me. Just going to take one little card out of this box. And this is about partnerships, the Three of Cups, partnerships. And that's kind of what it's been like for tonight. Do we need to get this into focus here? Partnerships. Is it in focus here? Yeah. So people that have tuned in have told me what colors these creations should be, and I tried my best to follow and be a good partner. And that is the message of the Tiny Tarot today as it pertains to this art, the Random Guy Art Night on the 999 ASMR Tarot Visual Textures show. And that's what all this is. These are just visual textures. Sometimes it works into a work of art and sometimes it doesn't. Right now, it's a work in progress that required the participation of others in order to do. And so, with that, I'm going to say good night, because that is, looks like my phone battery is going dead. Partnership and working together is necessary to get anything done. We can't get anything done in this world if we don't work together. Yes, it does seem like we're lone wolves, but that's not really true. That's not the way it works. We need each other to survive. We need each other to thrive. And no one is an island on this earth, an island to themselves. We work in cooperation with one another, with partnership. And it is good to remember that we need each other. We need each other to survive, to thrive, to be who we are, to give our gifts to others. This gift that we hold a prize in our hand, this gift that is a seed to become something grand. But it can't become anything if we don't give it away. So, today I gave color away, color on this thing, color on that thing, and I gave it for you to be entertained, to watch. If you watch this on the playback, it makes for good relaxation, to relax to. And good night. Pause for peanuts. And then there's my other little friends that are always here with me. Mary, the mother of Jesus, the baby Jesus, what the baby Jesus becomes. And that within partnership, we too can have this experience, because that is the essential esoteric message of Christianity, is that experience that this person, that happened to this person, is what is to happen to us. At least that's the way I understand my Christianity. And so how I can integrate tarot and Christianity together. Well, for many, I'm just a heretic. But in Isaiah, and I don't remember the exact verse, but Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, says that the law is written on our hearts, and that law comes manifest in when we live according to that truth. And each of us has a different truth. Maybe it not be a different truth, but we have a different experience to live. And you live according to that law on your heart. And that law, that word that is there, can manifest itself into different governing philosophies. This is my esoteric Christianity speaking right now, as I understand it. That if you were born as a pagan, that that law would be manifest through those mythologies of paganism. If you were born as a Muslim, those laws manifested as that set of mythologies. If you were born as whatever, as a Hindu, as a Zoroaster, as a sheik, as a Sufi, that if you live according to your truth, according to that law which is on your heart, that piece of that connection to source consciousness is kind of what that is. That you can find enlightenment. Now, I can't say that I know of, but maybe I have. But I think it's just something that we just work towards. If that is something that drives you forward. But, it's like a step forward and a step backwards. That's what I've noticed in my life. It's you go forward and you go backwards. You go forward and you go backwards. And eventually, hopefully, you end up at the goal. So anyways, I'm going to get off my random guy soapbox now and bid you all a farewell until the next time. And the next time I'm going to be live will be Tuesday, September 3rd. So until then, blessings and peace to you in all your days. And I wish you a wonderful week at work or at school or at play or whatever it is that you must do in your day-to-day life. And so, good night, friends. and tune into the 999 ASMR Tarot channel the next time, and push all those notification buttons and those, if you wish to be notified. I don't quite remember you. I'm sorry. I am just about ready to say goodnight. And thank you for popping in for just a moment. Toka, you know, I do remember you. I do remember you. You came and it's been a few days since you last came in. And hello. Yeah, and so what I did tonight is I worked on this mask here, paper mache mask that I made last night, and then I made this thing last night, and I'm gonna finish this one at a later date. The Christmas one. Oh, you mean this one here? So you didn't see live, but you subbed. Well, thank you. Is this the one you're talking about? But yeah, that was I painted this one. Yeah, the tree painting. That was the one. My battery's about ready to run out. That was the one. Yeah, because that video, it had this rock in it, and I did that one last week. That was the one. Yeah, and it has 88 hours of watch time on it. Yeah, from the other day. I remember you. Yes. There was. Yeah. So I gotta go. Yeah. So that one is probably one of my best ones that I've done so far. For paintings are concerned. But you know, I practiced that image multiple times before I even did it on that canvas. And so, like, this is one that I did yesterday, and this is the one I did. I did this one earlier today. This one is based upon this photograph I took off of a Reddit account, but this is a sunset, and so yeah. Anyways, thank you, Toka Live. I gotta go before my phone battery dies, and I've been on for 4 hours tonight, so this has been a yeah, bye, and thank you very much for popping in. I really appreciate your support, and we'll see you the next time. Bye.